everyone, welcome to Smriti Special. We're at the art studio and today I'm going to share with you a delicious ultimate crownie recipe. Now why I call this a crownie is because I made it for my sister's graduation and she insisted that I put a whole lot of things on it. And when I put a whole lot of things on it, it ultimately became a crown brownie. You know what I mean? Like a royal brownie. So that's why this is called crownie. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some delicious, good quality dark chocolate. Okay. To this, I'm adding some melted butter. Okay. And then I'm going to whisk both of this together. All right. Now to this, I'm also adding my cocoa powder. Again, use a good quality cocoa powder for the best taste. And then just whisk it. Okay. Now, I'm going to add eggs. Now this recipe of mine is with the eggs, but I also have another recipe which is an egg-free brownie, which is again going to give you fudgy results. So if you don't consume eggs, you can go ahead and use that recipe. Okay, now that the eggs are whisked in, now that that's looking nice, we are going to add some sugar to this. Now I'm adding some powdered sugar. You can add some caster sugar if you want. And then mix that in as well. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just gonna switch over to my spatula here. Okay. And now we're going to add some all-purpose flour. Beautiful. Now the reason we are not using electric whisk here is because we need this brownie to be nice and fudgy. So it's enough that you do it with just a spatula and hand whisk. All right, beautiful. Now what we're going to do is that I have a 10-inch baking pan here lined with parchment paper on both sides. This parchment paper just makes it really easy for us to lift it off the pan. Okay, so to this, I'm going to add some biscuit crumbs. Now this is only because I like a nice crumb on the bottom of my brownie. You can skip it if you want to. So this is just some Oreo biscuit crushed up. Okay, and then just with your hand, spread that around. You can use chocolate chip cookies, you can use some, like just some butter biscuits. Or any cookie that you like. Just don't make it anything which is going to clash with the flavor of chocolate. Okay, that's nice. Now we are going to add our brownie mixture on top. Now this is a 10-inch pan. If you want, you can make this recipe into like an 8-inch pan. Then the only thing you have to remember is then the brownie is going to be a little bit taller, a little bit thicker. Just going to spread that around. When you spread it, just do it gently. Okay. If a little bit of crumb gets up, it's totally fine. It's all delicious. It's all going to be one. Beautiful. Okay. Now that that's done, we are going to put a whole lot of topping on top. Okay. Right. So we're going to keep it to one side. Now what I have here is some softened cream cheese. To this, I'm going to add a little bit of flour. This is just to set the cream cheese on top. Just whisk it. Now this, along with all the other little toppings that we're going to put, is making this into a really ultimate brownie. Now what I have here is some Nutella. You can put a little bit of Nutella, just like that, all over. Okay. Just like that, and then you have your cream cheese. Just put it here and there as well. Going to use my spatula here just to take out all of the cream cheese. Okay, and then with a skewer, just make a few swirls around, swirling it all around as much as possible. Okay, it looks so amazing already. If you don't have a skewer, you can even use just like a fork or a knife. Okay, that looks good. And then what we have here is some Oreos, which I cut up in quarters. Well, actually my sister did. I don't have patience to do Oreos into quarters. Okay, so just lay them all over. And then I'm going to put some walnut. And then just give it a little bit of a press so that it attaches to the brownie. Okay. Now, if that doesn't already look like a crownie, I don't know what is. So this is going to go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until the sides are set and the center is a little bit jiggly. And then you're going to let it cool down completely in the pan and then onto a wire rack. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Now my brownie baked in the oven for about 35 minutes and then I let it cool down completely in the pan. And now this is what it looks like. It's so amazing. There's so much going on in this. I mean, no wonder my sister wanted like a double batch of it. Okay, now I'm gonna give this a little cut. I always use like a big giant knife to cut brownies because then you get as even slices as possible. Now look at that. See how there is like a nice cookie crust, and then you have the fudgy dudgy brownie, and then of course all of that gorgeous topping. My mouth is watering. It's like one of those things which you don't even feel bad about. Okay, now I'm gonna give this a little taste. Just shut up and go home. It's like, trust me, if you ever want to impress anyone, this is what you need to make for them. I'm sorry. This is what you need to make for them. I'm telling you. I don't want to say anything. Send me a picture when you make this. I know you're going to make this. Just tag me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more delicious recipes. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.